a ceasefire at this point would be somewhat of a loss for Russia, right? They've invested a tremendous amount of resources. They've done tremendous damage to their economy, and they've lost over 1 million of their people. If they suddenly, were just like, yeah, okay, we're done. We're done with this operation. Give us a tiny amount of land concession from the eastern part of Ukraine, and that'll be good enough for us. I think that would look really bad internally, right? It might even spell the end for the Putin regime in some way, shape, or form, either through a coup or through just a complete collapse of political support from the citizenry. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Russia has been signaling for a long time that they're in this for the long haul, and the way that Putin's been acting internally, he's very afraid of coups. He's been isolating himself more and more. I don't see this happening anytime soon. I don't really see any reason why they would just suddenly do it now and not 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, right? I have a feeling that they're in this for the long haul, and that the only thing that will stop this is some sort of change of leadership in Russia via a coup, or Putin dying, or somehow Ukraine just outright losing the war. But like, my understanding is that it has turned into mostly a stalemate. And the only way I could see Ukraine losing the war at this point is if Western support completely dried up. If all of the European countries suddenly stopped giving them any military support, if the US stopped giving any military support and information and all that stuff, that's really the only way I could see Ukraine just straight up losing. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, right? Even in the event of a serious global financial crisis, which like a Great Depression style thing, which could potentially happen if all the Strait of Hormuz stuff continues through the next 3, 6, 8 months. Even then, I think these countries, and including the U.S., would still find some way to give them enough support to hold out against Russia.